Hi, I'm Ray McGuinness. I'm the principal of Mount Pisgah Academy. I'm here today to share a little bit of the information regarding our 4-year mission trips that we had last school year. In spring break of 2022, we had 6 trips go out with all of our students and our full-time staff. Every 4 years here at Mount Pisgah Academy, we have the 4-year mission trip to try and help our students understand what it means to serve. Doing service and going out and sharing the good news is one of the aspects of Mount Pisgah Academy that makes it special. I brought some students with me today that I hope that you will enjoy listening to as they share their experience on their mission trip.
My name is Madeline Ashlock. I went on the mission trip to Kenya, which is in Africa. It was actually a really nice facility we had there. I expected it to be more like camping, but it was kind of like glamping instead. The people there were so friendly. We got to go on a safari and see a bunch of really cool animals. Even all of us girls got to see a live birth, and that was really special. So we got to see 2 different ones, a boy and then a girl, 2 different nights. One was like the second or first night we were there. The other one was the last night. I was there for the birth of one of them that came out not breathing. And us high schoolers that were there got together and just prayed. And it started coughing and crying, and we all were so relieved, and it was just like a miracle.
I am Chad, and I'm a senior. I went to Alaska because I like the cold. It was really nice because I just didn't realize how much work really went into those kind of trips. And I feel like I really got to relate to the people. Yeah, it kind of made me feel like how small we were and how much good we can do in this world. That was just a tiny thing, and I feel like we impacted so many lives. Just realizing how kind the people were. We were there to help them, but sometimes it felt like they were helping us out.
My name is Aaron Garcia Sejo. I'm a senior and I'm in the 12th grade. Last year I went on the Share Him mission trip to the Dominican Republic, and I honestly don't even remember why I went there, but I do not regret it. I remember it was me, Didier, and Markayla, a chaperone, and we were all going, and we had just gotten in the car. And when we started driving, I just remember feeling really, really sick. My church was around an hour away, and so I felt terrible the whole time. I felt so car sick. I felt like I was gonna throw up the whole time. And then when I finally got there, though, they had let them know in advance how I was feeling, and they got me Alka-Seltzer so I could drink it to help with my stomach and just to relieve my stomach. And it was right before I was preaching too. And so it took me a second to get up there. But I just remember when I got up there, I felt perfectly fine the whole time. And everything went well. And it was only until the end that it came back. So it was the sermon went well, which is what mattered, which is even so, I feel like God did help me, help me to keep a smile and to be happy. And he made some of that feeling of nausea go away during the sermon.
My name is Liam Brown. I'm a senior. I went on the Dominican Republic trip, and I chose that trip because I've always wanted to go to an Hispanic country and just kind of see what it's like down there, and also because all my friends are going. It was a great experience, honestly. I thought it would be a little weird to go to a country as Americans. I just thought it would be awkward or kind of weird since we didn't speak the language or anything like that. But when we went there, they're some of the nicest people I've ever met. They welcomed all of us, whether it was food, shelter, or just to new how their way of life. It was very comfortable for us. My most memorable experience, I wouldn't say it was more of a blessing, honestly. So I worked as a construction worker there. I wasn't a preacher, and we were digging a hole that was about 10 feet for a septic tank, and we were moving cement back and forth, and our pastor that was also there was helping us. So at a specific time of the day, he accidentally went backwards and fell into the hole. And there was a pole that was trying to keep it together, and he almost basically fell on it. But by the grace of God, he somehow was by an inch off of it, and he just ended up hitting the side of the pit, and somehow he survived. So it was a miracle watching it.
My name is Eddie Cortez. I am in the 10th grade, sophomore. Last year I went to the Mexico trip, and the reason why I went to the Mexico trip is because at first it was the Honduras trip, but because of some complications they changed it to Mexico. And a lot of people left from that, but I wanted to stick to it just because I know that Mexico is a nice place that I wanted to visit. and it was nice to get out of the country also. My most memorable experience, other than having the meals, would be like playing with the children during like VBS, or if we went down to the housing, we would just go out and we would just play with them. I really changed my perspective on like being grateful and all that, because most people here especially don't really know what they have, and over there like they don't have nearly as much stuff that we have here. It was kind of like an eye-opener in a way. Like you see all the people there, and like there's some people that are in poverty and all that, but there's also people that are like really grateful for what they have, especially the little ones.
I remember like there was this one Haitian guy who came up to me, and I felt really bad because he asked me for food and water, and I didn't know what to say to him. And I never saw him again after that week, so like I hope nothing bad happened to him. But like that like moment, it just kind of opened my eyes to like how like fortunate I am to have the things that I have, and it just showed me like how grateful I should be to God that He's like given me like first the opportunity to go there, but then also just the opportunity to have like my basic needs in check, which I take for granted sometimes.
Honestly, it was a great experience for me, and it impacted my life a lot. It just helped me realize that like you can really just spread God's word through anything, whether it's singing, gifting, giving things to little kids, like meeting new people. Like there were a lot of people there that I met that I feel like impacted me, and I impacted them too in like so many different ways. And I would definitely do it again.
I feel like we're just a small world, and I feel like we could make such a great impact if we did more of this mission trip.